Hey, what's going on? So, Manex, I stand with you here today before Zong. You know, he lets me call him now. We cool. Um, we're thinking about it, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, with a clear head, we're gonna test Albedo. We're gonna see what his skills say, what they do. I personally am not motivated to pull for him just yet, so this will also be a test run for me and figuring out like, is this a unit that I want? Do I want to put my resources forward? Um, let's find out. So so far, how do they have him stacked? A good amount of crit rate, crit damage, a decent amount of attack, HP. They don't really have any defense substats on him. He has some mastery. There's a good amount of energy recharge, and he has some geo damage bonus. Let's see what his constellations are. Okay, so he gets extra energy regeneration. Fatal Reckoning for 30 seconds. Each stack of Fatal Reckoning increases damage by 30% of Albedo's defense. This effect stacks up to 4 times. Unleashing Rite of Progenitor, Tectonic Tide consumes all stacks of Fatal Reckoning, increasing the damage dealt by Tectonic Tide and Fatal Blossoms based on the number of stacks consumed. So he actually seems like a genuine offensive character, even though they actually say he's for support at first. He seems like he's here to do damage. Increase plunging attack damage by 30% for active party members within the AoE. So it sounds like he could actually be really good pair for Zhao in the future if his kit stays the same. If an active party member within AoEs are protected by the shield created by crystallized solar acetoma, damage increases their. Wow. So this guy, his constellations look really similar to Ningguang's in the way that any extra constellations just stack damage. It's really interesting for a character that has what would seemingly be a support class. 5 rapid strikes. This is at level 8 for a sword. Not looking terrible. Albedo creates a solar acetoma using alchemy, which deals AoE geo damage on appearance. Has the following properties. When enemies within the star take damage, the solar acetoma will generate transient blossoms, which deal AoE geo damage. And that scales off of his defense. Transient blossoms can be generated once every 2 seconds. When a character is located at the locus of the star isotoma, which is the center, the solar isotoma will accumulate geopower to form a crystallized platform that lifts the character up a certain height. Only one crystallized platform can exist at a time. Only one solar isotoma created by Albedo can exist at a time, and it's considered a geo construct. So he goes well with Zhongli if you so choose, it seems. But so Zhongli being the shield, and this guy is the Geo Sword, quite literally. Let's see. Skill damage, 200%. Transient Blossom damage, 214% of your defense. So, dang, if you want to go that route, it looks like you can actually put like a main stat defense on him. Wow, this guy is he's looking pretty good actually. Under Albedo's command, Geocrystals surge and both burst forth, dealing AoE geo damage in front of him. If the isotoma is on the field, created by Albedo himself, 7 fatal blossoms will be generated in the solar isotoma field, bursting violently into bloom and dealing AoE geo damage. The tectonic tide damage and the fatal blossom damage will not generate transient blossoms. Okay. So the enemies. Solar Isotoma. Okay, so Transient Blossoms deal AoE geo damage, right, from the previous skill. But you don't get that extra damage. But just having it on the field and then doing this does get you extra damage, but you don't get even more damage just by dealing more damage after doing your ult. It seems. Wow. So it looks like this was here just to keep him from getting out of hand. This guy is pretty dangerous, huh? Transient Blossoms generated by Abiogenesis. Solar Acetoma deal 25% more damage to opponents whose HP is below 50%. So, yo, this guy is real. Using Rite of Progenitor Tectonic Tide increases elemental mastery of nearby party members by 120. That's pretty nice. Weapon Ascension stuff, though? Ooh, this man. Yo, this guy right here. He I was saying I didn't want him. I might have to retract my statement. Well, let's try him out. Alright. Let's see how he feels. Ooh. Interesting. I wonder if that does that do geo damage? Wait, what? Yo, how many of these can you get away with? That's OD. Let's compare something. I kind of want to compare his scalings with some other sword characters, but let's see what this looks like. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this. This feels like a ching. I put it down. All right. So within the field. So I hit one. So it looks like there's a cooldown on it, but wow. Wait, how much damage are they taking? Wow, yo, a previous look at his stats, there's really no investment in defense at all, and it's still doing really nice damage. Oh, wow. So let me try something. Oh, so even though it created a platform, it's still like there. So you still get the damage from it. Wow, this is really nice. So I can only have one. So yeah. So there's actually a reason for me to swing. Wow, the cooldown on this is insane. It's just there. I can just keep dropping it, keep making shields. In terms, so offensively, I see. So I had recently watched a stream of a man known as Ziox, and he was saying that he personally feels that this guy might be better than Zhongli, and I can see why. So I can place it right next to him. That's pretty useful. So I can just place it down in front of me. It's not, even then, it's not directly in front. I see. I was just experimenting, seeing what he could come up with. Wow. He is surprisingly flashy and really doesn't need much help. Generates crazy amounts of energy, does AoE continuous damage, does burst damage. Wow, he's quite literally the Geo Sword. Yeah, that's fair to say. This guy's pretty good, and that's really all I needed to see. I might actually, like, you know, go into my bag of goodies and have to pull out some resources for this guy. He might be worth it, especially if I'm running him with Zhongli, and it looks like I don't even need his sword. It's just geo damage. But yeah, this guy is really good. He's really powerful, and with more geo damage and investment in his defense, he could clear a whole. It looks like he can clear room by himself even. Wow, I'm really impressed. So all in all, I would say that this guy is worth it. He, as a character, he gives me I don't mean this in a bad way. He's a very interesting character. He's really cool. Kind of gives me like silent, like whodunit vibes, like that he's the killer. Very very like super genius who wants friends, but like his goal is like that's the thing, that's the reason that he's lonely. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but anyway, this guy's cool. Just as like a pure playable character, really cool, and he seems like a really intricate character in this story. So if you were thinking that Zhongli wasn't doing enough continuous damage for you, or maybe you wanted a male character that was more like Ningguang, here you go. This is it. I might even go, if I was to get him, I might even go make my Zhongli more support based, and really put this guy on the forefront as far as like geo damage. He's really cool, and dang, these guys are strong enough that I could go triple geo. It's not advised. I would not advise it for anybody, but like it's like this is really cool. So take care, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just my perspective.